Hi guys. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about if you are a homeowner in foreclosures, what options do you have as a homeowner? All right. My name is Paul Kim, and we help homeowners that are looking to sell their house fast. We buy houses. Most particularly, we help homeowners, agents, and attorneys close on their short sale, but we also buy houses as well. All right. So I wanted to talk to you about more particularly 4 options that you as a homeowner have when you're in foreclosure. Okay. One of the first things that you just need to, stay calm. If for whatever reasons that you have become delinquent on your mortgage and the bank has filed some sort of action, list pendants, more particularly in New Jersey, it's a lawsuit. Basically, the bank is trying to get the house back from you in order to recoup the money that they have lent you. And so you go into what's called a foreclosure process. And so as a homeowner, I'm going to talk about 4 options that you may have, all right? And the first one is repayment or forbearance. Basically, you should call the bank and ask them for some sort of forbearance because you're in some sort of hardship, and then figure out and calculate, and the bank will have some sort of repayment options that may be available. And so that's really your first option, is to call the bank, call your mortgage lender, servicer, and find out if they have some sort of program, and just ask for some sort of repayment and forbearance request. Okay. Number 2 is going the next step further, is going for the loan modification, or in certain banks or certain investors, there might be special programs out there that you qualify automatically, with some sort of modification on your loan, maybe a lower interest rate or a longer time period, extending the loan, which in essence lowers your payment per month. All right. So the only way you're going to find out whether you qualify or not is to go through a loan modification process. And some of those processes can be very tedious and long. All right. So that's option number 2. And option number 3 is basically you say, hey, I know that I cannot afford these mortgage payments, and knowing that upfront, and emotionally say to yourself and detach yourself from that situation and that house that you lived in, and basically say, hey, I got to sell this house and basically start a new life. And that is what's called a short sale, or basically going to the bank, the mortgage lender, and saying, hey, my house is not worth what I owe. Will you waive the deficiency? And so that in itself is a process, because now you have to list the property and then submit a short sale application to the bank, and ultimately get their approval for the short sale, and then close and sell the house, and then the bank will waive that deficiency. All right. So there's a lot of, within each of these steps, there's a lot of different, not going into in depth into each one of them, but I'm just giving you an overview. All right. And the last option is called a deed-in-lieu, basically saying that, hey, I don't want to go through any of this, the last 3 items. I'm just done, and I'm just going to hand over the keys to the bank. And in that case, you call the mortgage company and ask to see if they have some sort of a deed-in-lieu, cash for keys. In certain instances, the bank is willing to give you some sort of relocation incentive for you to hand over the keys and move on. There's actually also possibly relocation incentive for doing a short sale as well, which I forgot to mention. And so the only not necessarily a downside, but one of the things you do have to do is you do have to submit an application as well, or some sort of process, and sign some documents. I think I don't do a lot of these deed in lieu but what you have, the title has to be clear, and so meaning that if there's some sort of liens on the property, those have to be cleared. Now, whether the bank or you have to clear it, that's something that you would have to negotiate with the bank. I probably have maybe one instance of doing a deed in lieu, so I don't have a lot of experience in that area, but that is the fourth option. All right, so I hope that this video is helpful for you to understand that there are options, that if you're in foreclosure, you have options as a homeowner. All right, so until next week, I'm going to talk about more specifically something that I'm I do a lot with is short sales, and what are some of the things that you need to prepare for in doing a short sale. So until next time, look forward to seeing you. Bye.